WrestleMania is once again here. It's been a quick year full of surprises and twists and turns, and WrestleMania is going to be the culmination of it all. From Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes to Rey Mysterio's personal problems with his son Dominic. This is a prediction video. I don't want to waste time, so let's get into it. Okay, John Cena versus Austin Theory. Austin Theory's been the US champion for months. His character's undergone a significant change in favor of a more serious attitude, and it's helped him a bit and certainly brought some sort of aura to him. He's obviously not going to be world champion these days, but who knows in 2 years. The story of John Cena is a natural one. Theory grew up idolizing the champ and in some ways has been compared to him, and with the way the story's been, it feels like Theory has a lot to learn. So I'm going to go with John Cena. His time around is certainly going to be limited, but hey, he's here for a good time, not for a long time. Theory gets shut down and receives a rematch later this year. It sounds a bit unlikely because of John Cena's schedule, but I feel like they're going to throw it out there. I believe he's going to lose the title to somebody on Raw, after holding the US Open Challenge. There's a lot of people out there that could win the title, but that's not the point here. The point is John Cena's going to win. He's going to lose the title on Raw. That's what I think. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. Rhea Ripley's been one of the strongest booked wrestlers in the past year. She's technically the enforcer of the Judgment Day, and my expectation was she was facing Bianca Belair after winning the Royal Rumble. That wasn't the case, and she chose Charlotte. These two had a past together, and for Rhea, it was a way of redeeming herself, to beat the woman that put a stop to her momentum in 2020. Now Charlotte, of course, we all know she wins these big matches, but I expect Rhea to score the victory here. The Judgment Day needs some championship gold by their side, Rhea needs a proper run with the title, and Charlotte's got to go and change her character a bit. That part I don't expect, but I certainly expect Rhea to capture the gold. Okay, the 6-woman tag team match. Damage Control as a concept has had the roughest time. Now I know, it's so bad, but at times the group feels directionless and lacks ambition. I thought Bayley should have won the title to legitimize the group, because even though Io and Dakota were champions, they don't feel as big as they're portrayed. That said, this match with Lita and Trish Stratus looks to be going only one way, and Damage Control, I personally believe, are going to be the losers once again, which personally speaking has me hoping they go their separate ways. It's best for all of them to become single stars, as the entire run has been very Who knows, maybe Io and Dakota will have a better run as single stars. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, the sleeper match of both nights. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul. Now, to be honest, I want to see Seth Rollins in a much bigger program, but at the same time, Logan Paul is in a position where in other ways it feels bigger than most of the matches on the show. I expect this to be one hell of a match. Rollins recently has become even more popular and absolutely red hot. He has never been as popular as he is right now, so I don't expect him to lose at all. He did say if he lost that he's a joke, which for storyline purposes could lead to something else, but this man hadn't won a match at WrestleMania. He needs this more than anybody else. He's got 3 consecutive losses at WrestleMania, and he's still as popular as ever. This time around, I just see him winning. It's the best case scenario because I expect Rollins to challenge for the title later this year. Okay, Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Match. This is one of those bonus WrestleMania matches. The teams don't have much going for them at the moment, so they put them in this thing. I expect Maximum Male Models to get involved because of Otis, but as for the winner, I'm going with Ricochet and Braun Strowman. They're a team that feel like they're on the up. I see them doing very well because of the dynamics, a little guy who flies around and big guy dropping everyone in sight. Anyone else winning to me just seems unlikely. Maybe the Viking Raiders? But the hype is with Ricochet and Strowman, so they're my pick. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic. The match with the best build, in my opinion. This match had the strongest build out of any in the last couple of weeks. Rey Mysterio was pushed to the edge and he finally smacked that spoiled. It feels very old school and something that wouldn't look out of place in previous eras. Dom is this entitled baby just works, and I think it helps because his father brought him into WWE, he didn't establish himself, none of that, he was just brought in. But Dom's really unlikable. He knows how to play this character, maybe because he's actually like that, who knows. But in his storyline, he deserved a smacking years ago. This doesn't seem like the end of the line for Rey Mysterio. I always imagined he would retire against Dom, but by the looks of it, I'm glad that's not the case. So for this one, Dom gets his ass beat and comes back for more later. Rey Mysterio is the winner. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the Undisputed Unified Tag Team Championships. The most anticipated match of night 1 for me. Sami Zayn's character development throughout the last year has been incredible. He's once again showed that at his core, he's a likable underdog. His story has turned him into one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE, and I think a bunch of us knew he had it in him, but didn't believe he'd get the chance to show it. And here he is possibly main eventing the first night of WrestleMania with his best friend. They have a lot of memories in LA, but now they're back on the biggest stage. As for the Usos, their title reign has unexpectedly lasted for almost 2 years. It's crazy to think about the previous champions were Rey and Dom. That's how long their title reign has been, and it's nearing its end. For this one, I'm going with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Their story will be vindicated by ending the Usos' long title reign, and it's also important for the implosion of the bloodline. They lose here, everything changes, and it marks the beginning of the end of the storyline. Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Bianca's title reign has lasted a year. Unfortunately, it's run into some problems. You know, when we hear a year-long title reign, you remember a bunch of matches from the title run. Personally, I don't really remember much from her run, but that's just me speaking. I remember the triple threat from Hell in a Cell, SummerSlam, her ladder match with Bayley, but feels like there should have been more to come from this title reign. Asuka's return to her old look brought a new aura to her. She feels cold and shows a lack of empathy. She feels a bit unpredictable. And with that, this whole new character arc and Bianca's reign lasting for a year, I'm going for a new champion. I even go as far as to say that Bianca begins a heel turn after this match. Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match. Similar to the men's tag team match, this is just a way of getting a bunch of wrestlers on the card. Personally speaking, I don't really care about this one because there's no stakes, there's no number one contender, none of that, similar to the men's match. But if I had to choose the winners, it's going to be Ronda and Shayna Baszler. The two are going to cause hell and eventually win the tag team titles from my perspective. And it makes too much sense, you know, you see these two, they're going to destroy everyone in sight. And it's going to help the division a lot if they had a tag team that actually meshed together like Ronda and Shayna Baszler. Edge versus Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. Edge's own Judgment Day has been used against him. It's a weird heel turn that never got going, but hey, they quickly pivoted back to him as a face. Edge as a face this late in his career just makes sense. He's been trying to get this Judgment Day thing to be perceived as something valid, and his last effort, I guess, is this match. Finn Balor's bringing back the Demon for Hell in a Cell, and that alone tells me the result of this match. He needs this victory to legitimize his heel run, as nobody knows how Judgment Day will operate in the future. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because Rhea's possibly going to SmackDown if she wins. Maybe Dom will follow her, we don't know. But regardless of that, this should be the Princess match, and I think they see it that way, because there's a lot of storylines for Finn Balor post-WrestleMania, and he needs this win to activate them. I could see a feud with Cody later this year, something with Seth Rollins and Edge. I think he wants to give back for this one. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. The unstoppable force meets the immovable object. This match was surprising because Omos sounds like a B-level pay-per-view opponent for Brock. I personally believed they would have him face Bobby Lashley, but it is what it is. So instead of facing Bray Wyatt, Brock was smart. He wanted to have a spectacle and go out there for 5 minutes, and that's what this match is going to be. Omos is going to be dominated by the Beast in a match that doesn't overstay its welcome, I believe. Brock's going to win. He's going to stand tall in the end after dropping the Giant. Maybe Lashley shows up afterwards. I don't know. My pick is going to be Brock Lesnar. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship. A triple threat match that promises to be one of the best matches on the show. Gunther's Intercontinental Championship reign has been very great. I like how he restored honor and prestige to the Intercontinental Championship, and the way he carries himself is full of class, and it's definitely the best title reign in years. WrestleMania is a great place to end it all. Sheamus and Drew are great candidates to take the title off of them as they're legit. They have a lot of fans, but I don't see the ring general losing here. The results of the main event might benefit the two others to potentially challenge, and in Drew's case, win one of the titles. That's if Cody Rhodes wins. But speaking about the match, I expect a great one, but the end result is with Gunther holding the Intercontinental Championship and continuing his reign. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The main event of night 2. Cody Rhodes' journey throughout the years has come down to this very moment. I expect nothing less than a great match from these two, and it's going to be highly dramatic given the circumstances. 1,000-day title reign, the main event of WrestleMania. It's hype. That's one thing for certain. The build of the match has been here and there, you know, because Roman Reigns hasn't appeared often. But when they're together, there's been some great moments. I really love their promo on SmackDown and their promo from a week ago on Raw. For this one, I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes. I honestly doubted the result a couple of weeks ago, but seeing the way they're going with Cody Rhodes, he just has to win this. I expect him to win it, especially the way he beat Solo Sikoa, the way he embarrassed Roman Reigns in that promo. He had him in his feelings a bit. I feel like the story's built for him to come in and end Roman Reigns' title reign. Maybe with the help of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens who get rid of the Usos. I don't know, but regardless, I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes. He's going to be the champion, and he's going to usher in a new chapter in the WWE. So yeah. Alright, those are my WrestleMania predictions. To be honest, I was kind of exhausted recently. I'm trying to work on these two different videos here. Working on two different videos at the same time is not the best idea. I wanted to drop one of these with the prediction video, but I just couldn't get them done on time. I was like, hey, we're going to have to drop this predictions video regardless, you know? Because I wanted to pair it with one of the other videos, but we couldn't get it done on time, so yeah. Alright, what'd you guys think of this video? Please comment down below and that's for this video. Make sure you hit the spear on the like button and perhaps the coup de grace on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.